Svartalfheim Premium coming to console. Bees and other fixes for Scorched Earth. And Nitrado answer cutback issues. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark, and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share road, and let's get into it. Community Crunch 407 received to us last night with some joyous news to you console players out there, especially, I think, taken for granted a bit by PC players of it being a bit of a dry news day, but certainly not for you PlayStation and Xbox players, because as Wildcard approached the June release of the Center, good to hear it's still coming as intended, as well as the ongoing remaster of Aberration, first time that's been spoken about, mentioned about, and as far as we know is still coming for July 2024 as per dated in their timeline during the extra live stream last year, though I doubt very much we'll see it in July. Maybe August, possibly September, considering the Center we're now finding to drop at the start of June. But as the team continues to improve the live game experience, well, guess what? A major version patch is in certification to enable premium mods for console. It's coming finally after quite a while of PC testing. Now, I'm very concerned on how long this still might take, considering that it's seemingly the first build submitted to Microsoft and Sony for testing, and well, Microsoft and Sony, you know, ain't gonna want to be doing this for free. Sony especially are very resilient on having any sort of modding capabilities on their platform for their games, with like a handful of games that currently do this, offer this, and with Wildcard, Nitrado and Tebex earning quite possibly a small monopoly out of this, because, you know, we all love mods and that. I'm sure Sony and Microsoft want a cut themselves. What that means for the modders that are meant to earn 50% of any transaction of each of these premium mods, now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mods available to date, hopefully that won't alter that and will impact perhaps Nitrado, Wildcard, Curseforge and Tebex. Certainly still a hot debate on whether you agree on premium mods being a thing or not, but I think at the very least we can all agree some avenue to support modders is a great function. Modders have without question helped the longevity of ARK. Heck, like 50% of the maps are originally mods. A few weeks ago, we got to look at Survive the Night, a mod mode premium mod that I really enjoyed. I got a video on that. I'll leave a link in the description, and hopefully that's coming to you soon. And of course, Svartalfheim, a map I feel at this point needs no introduction. A lot of you are aware of this, made by Fjorda mod map maker himself, Nakatus, a very well polished mod. We did a playthrough of this, checking it out in its premium form when it first launched, and I highly recommend this one to everyone. It's a really well-made map, a lot to discover, a lot to enjoy, a great experience, certainly a map to be comparable to ARK's Wildcard's current maps available on official, with a lot of planned content still to come, with things like mini bosses, new artifact caves, new explorable areas, all being dropped as new maps arrive, and therefore new dev kit content allows Svartalfheim to be developed even further, right up until the very last map for ASA is dropped. It's a worthy one to dive into, at least in my opinion, and I know a lot of console players out there especially are looking forward to getting their hands on this one. But don't take my word for it, there's now a review rating system that allows you to know what the community likes or doesn't like, because it gets a percentage and thumbs up rating for every single mod. Definitely a thing they needed to have, so at least, you know, you're not paying for something that you know other people are enjoying. With GG Sky Islands Premium Mod and ARK Omega Ascended joining the roster, the latter being a new version of an overhaul mod, I believe, for ASE. Never played it on there, and I definitely know there's a lot of people that really enjoyed it on ASE, and I'm sure are playing on this on ASA right now, with well over 1,000 versions of every creature in this mod through some procedural generation. Very interesting to see how this one functions, and if you want me to have a blast at this, comment below and I'll do it, as well as perhaps all the other premium mods we haven't had a look at. I know Garuga's Anomalocaris. I butchered that one, I'm sure. I'll try and get something in between Monarchy over the next week or so. In the same cross-platform mod spotlight trailer, do like these, keep them coming, were a bunch of new custom cosmetics available to use unofficial, from crazy wild bunnies to shantytown tile sets and artifact pedestal skins. Though, did raise a question for me, and I'm sure a few of you out there, where do you find these? Like, what do you know what's now available for the official skin roster to use, to download, to play on them, because it's not very clear. Well, the question was put to Comfy Warlock, the assistant community manager, who went on to say they are working on an easier way to do this. Stay tuned, and hopefully that'll be brought in pretty soon. A bunch of other things that are coming pretty soon, well, hopefully next week, is fixes and balance tweaks, including black pearls from Deathworms. Apparently, it seems like we're going to get more black pearls. Definitely need more black pearls from Deathworms, especially considering the spawn rate of these is pretty low. With a, I'm sure you'll be happy to hear, nerf to the overly ridiculously frequent Scorched Earth weather events. There's going to be less of those as time ticks on. Bees, we're finally going to find bees somewhere out there in the wilderness, though if you go through that canyon cave near Red Arbanita Rare Flower, you should be able to lure one or two out that way. I found that one out just recently last night. Apparently Fire Wyvern breath tweaks are coming. Maybe it's not going to be as harmful as they currently are. Wild that Fire Wyverns are now the most feared Wyverns of the three in ASA Scorched Earth, compared to ASE, which was the Lightning, right? In fact, the Lightning is now the less feared Wyvern in ASA, which is kind of ironic. But hey, hopefully we're going to burn a little bit less pretty soon. And Thylers! Nobody likes Thylers at the moment on Scorched Earth. They're whack. They don't jump. They don't move properly. Nobody wants these right now. They are useless, though they can still bleed, so kind of still useful, you know. But yeah, you like them to move about the map on, and you can't do that properly right now, and that's coming in hopefully next week. So yeah, I don't want to go into this one too much, seeing that we covered this last weekend where we found out content creators were getting smaller partnership deals with exclusive server hosting company Nitrado. Well, anyway, the CEO was at GDC this week in an interview, really just basically saying that money is an issue for them at the moment. Things are getting more expensive, and it seems to be they are concerned about how much they are earning, and perhaps this is a result of that, but it seems to be the blame on the value of money in itself and nothing more than that. This interview, I'll leave a link to this. I could play this, unpack this, and perhaps did click back this one a little bit too much. But, you know, at least the CEO came out and did say something about that they are worried about money, and perhaps that's the reason for cutting back on content creators out there, which, by the way, a few of you reached out to me and really do appreciate that, to hear that there's quite a few out there. It seems like most are being affected right now with whatever Nitrado's doing behind the scenes, and it seems like as a result of their conversations at GDC, some new developments, partnerships might be opening up. Very interested to see what quite recently newly appointed Raphael CEO is going to be doing to shift Nitrado with all of these new features all under one roof umbrella delivery for ARK ASA futures in the future, without damaging relationships too much before their contract ends and other server hosting companies are able to get a piece of the pie. And I'll leave you with this. Kishko is back, ladies and gents. I'm a massive fan of Kishko, if you don't know. I've been watching the dude for years and just dropped a video. It's great to see the man is back doing videos for ARK. Please don't leave us again, Kishko. It's great to see you here. Don't go anywhere. I want to see more of your videos. Please come. And hopefully Scorched Earth has revived that a bit. I do feel like ASA's Scorched Earth is definitely a vast improvement over the ASE version, and a seemingly feeling more upscaled upgrade than even the island, and with more maps to come. The centre especially, only just over a month away. Can't wait to see what more is round the bend. So until then, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.